What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. We're going to be doing some thrifting today, but as is with the new tradition, I guess, we're going to do some eBay orders, ship those out. I think I only got 5 or 6 orders this morning. I also got an FBA shipment I got to drop off at UPS before we start thrifting. And the first item I got here is this Coogee-like sweater here, Cotton Traders. It's got the nice colors in it. Also used keywords like Cosby sweater, hip hop, Biggie Smalls, all that kind of stuff to get it sold. This one sold for $40 plus shipping. I only paid $2.50 at a Salvation Army. Here I'm shipping out this Yonex tennis racket. This is a great racket. I got 2 of these at a Goodwill for $2.99 a piece. I've already sold one for $60 plus shipping, and now I've sold this one for $60 plus shipping. Someone in the comments the other day was asking me how I ship tennis rackets. I just wrap them in bubble wrap, and then I take 2 of these priority mail boxes and I just kind of Frankenstein them together. Probably stuff some bubble wrap or packing paper in there to make sure it doesn't move around, but other than that, they're really easy to ship. I can see why these Yonex rackets are so sought after. This is extremely light. This whole package is only 1 pound, 6 ounces. You could almost ship this first class. It's pretty crazy that a tennis racket could be this light. Next, we got this outdated media, 4 packages, paid $2 a piece for these, so I got $8 in them, and I sold them for $34.95. Shipping out the last of the Frost King thermostat control devices. I don't know, I've sold probably a dozen of these. Sold these for $29.95. Here's the Juicy Flip. I picked this up at Goodwill for $2.99 and sold it for $70. There were no comps anywhere online for this battery, but I knew somebody out there would buy it. And then finally, I got this Works oscillating tool. Sold this for $39.95 plus shipping. So the first stop of the day is this Salvation Army. I've already picked up a board game and a puzzle, some pretty good items. And unfortunately, the GoPro wasn't recording, I noticed, and I had to take the battery out. It froze up. So that's what I'm doing here, picking up my stuff. I don't grab a cart typically in Salvation Army because there's so few items that come out. But corporate's kind of coming in and changing that. $17.99 for that leather jacket's a little bit too much. Now, I'm not a clothing reseller, but I like to go through the jackets and the sweatshirts just to find something that may be worth selling. Typically, that stuff sells for a bit more, and you can find some really awesome pieces. I would love to go through the t-shirts, all of them, every day, but that just takes so much time. So it has to be the right time for me to do that. And at this Salvation Army, it's not something I want to do because they don't put enough new stuff out. But yeah, we just look through here, try to find something colorful, something sportsy like this. That's not good enough for me. But yeah, I know there's some gems always at these thrift stores and clothing. I'd love to find the vintage pieces, but nothing today. So I just got a Salvation Army, and they finally put out some toys and games. I guess the corporate people being there last week dropped the hammer. They're filling up all the empty spaces. Shoes were filled up, even though I didn't find any. So the first stop, pretty good. I paid $2.99 for this Magic Kingdom game. At quick glance, looking at the paperwork, it looks like it's probably all there. On Amazon, this is priced at $69.99, and that one is in acceptable condition. I would describe this in very good condition. Really, the only damage I saw was this little corner damage, but the game pieces and everything looked very clean and well kept. Since I didn't count the pieces, I'll have to do that when I get home, but I wasn't worried about it because I can sell these pieces on eBay and make some money. And we got this Christmas puzzle for $1.99 sealed. It's $30 on Amazon, but the rank is really high in toys. However, if I save this till next Christmas season, I'll definitely make some money either on Amazon or eBay because these Christmas puzzles, especially 1,000 piece or higher, always sell well. Let's go and keep this momentum going. So I am now in a St. Francis thrift store, and we are looking for some goods to flip. And I spot this sealed 7-pack of Max L tapes. Unfortunately, it's the 90-minute, and they sell. You can make some money. I'll probably double my money on them. I think they were $8. But the 120-minute tapes, I used to pick up those packs all the time at thrift stores years ago. And they would sell on Amazon for $50, $60 at the time. I don't think they sell for that now. They might. The 90 minutes have never really sold that great. But they do sell. So when you get them cheap enough, you can make money. You buy them. There's a Canon camera, missing the battery cover, nothing too great there. Some other really generic cameras I don't want to buy. Here's a camera case. Could there be a camera in it? There is. And I'm pretty sure this camera's been here a long time. I've looked these up before, the, what is it, Minolta cameras. And yeah, just not really worth it. Here's another camera, a Polaroid for $5.99. That's a little bit too high for me. They just don't sell like they used to. I used to buy them and you could sell them to a company. I forget the name of that company, but they would just buy your cameras untested and give you like 20 bucks for them. So if you was buying them at a good price, you knew he was always making money. However, I believe they stopped doing that, or they don't give you as much anymore. So either way, for $5.99, I didn't want to buy it. Maybe there's a little bit of money, but not much. If so, and $29.99 for that CB, that's too much. But up here, I spot this micro cassette recorder. It's a GE. It's not that great of a model, but you can make a little bit of money. So yeah, I was going to pick it up and sell it. However, I have to check the battery casing, and you can see there it's just wrecked inside. It's just not worth cleaning up or trying to get working or any of that. It's probably $15 to $20 max resale anyway. Now, if that was a good $100 Sony unit, maybe it would have been worth taking home and cleaning up and trying to get to work. Not that one though. So we put it back. And looking over here at these typewriters, cash registers, scanners, all this stuff is just priced too high at this thrift store. Stuff's untested and you cannot return it. So it's kind of hard to test a scanner in a thrift store before you buy it, yet they want you to spend $50 and just risk your money. That stuff sits forever until someone buys it, and hopefully it works for them. If not, they're just out of the money. That webcam there, Microsoft, that was not the greatest model. During COVID, the beginning of the quarantine, webcams were just really, really hot. You can make a lot of money on used webcams and new webcams because everyone wanted them for work and school and communication. Picked up this Speedy Graffiti game because I'm like, I need to look that up. That could be something. There's a tiger game. I was like, I'll check that out. Not worth picking up. And I don't see much in the toys over here. And really all I bought in this thrift store was the tapes and a golf club, actually. I found a golf club. And these Orbit units right here could have made some money on Amazon selling them used. However, I don't like to sell stuff like that on Amazon unless I can fully test it. Those are really hard to fully test. And yeah, I just, you would have made $20. It's not worth the effort, right? To try to test those or just send them in untested and get bad feedback. So here's another unit. This one actually plugged in. I really considered it, but there wasn't even that much money, I don't think. So yeah, unfortunate, but still looking for stuff like this. A lot of people would still buy those and test them, have ways to test them, know how to test them easily and still make money. So definitely good to look out for stuff like that. Robotic sweeper, that was up there, not worth picking up, just a no-name brand. So we move on to a Goodwill, and here's a bunch of remotes up here. I'm scanning to look for one. That's good. Yeah, Sony remote for an audio unit. That's probably good. It was $1.99, and I did end up picking that up. And of course, I'm going to go over everything at the end of the video, just like always. And there's a SodaStream machine. Those used to sell pretty well, but I've never really bought them. Again, it's the testing thing. They're hard to test if you don't have all the proper stuff to make them work. And then, what's this? I don't know what that is. I can't tell here in this preview footage, but apparently I did not want to buy it. And yeah, I don't see much in the electronics today at this Goodwill. A bread maker, not a good model. And we go over to the toys. And let me know if you see any good toys. Of course, everyone knows about the Amazon product safety compliance stuff that's going on. This was recorded before all of that, so I did buy some games for Amazon. And it's still unclear if I'll try to sell some games on Amazon just to see how it works. I'm kind of giving it some time, gathering information from other sellers on their experiences with it before I decide if I want to send in any board games. I made a video about it if you're curious about what I'm talking about. It's on the channel. Just look for the video about Amazon product compliance. But a new cart came out at this Goodwill, 2 new carts. So I rushed over and looked at one, and we found a really good camera on it. So I come over here to the second one and looking for some good stuff. I spot a sealed game for $10, Walking Dead game. And I thought, oh, this might be good. It's a Logitech keyboard and some tech deck, which I actually forgot to look those up. Panasonic unit. So I decided to turn off the camera and start looking stuff up. But I ended up doing very well in this Goodwill. The item at the bottom of that cart is actually amazing. So really glad when new carts come out and I can get to the stuff before anyone else buys it, because that stuff wouldn't last. We're in another Goodwill, and up here there's a Bose unit. I actually bought some Bose stuff at this Goodwill last time I was in here. $24.99 though for this. It has the old iPhone dock, and it didn't have a power cable. Power cables for that unit are about $20, $25. At least they used to be, because I've sold just the power units. So, you know, I might end up having like $50 in it. I could sell it on Amazon, I think for like 80 or 90. It just ended up not being worth it. And I did debate on it for a while. Maybe I should have went ahead and got it. I could have made some money, maybe doubled my money. I don't know. A lot of times those units don't work either. I've had a lot of problems with them. That big JVC unit down there, I don't remember seeing that. Did I just not notice that before? That's like a pretty cool looking boombox type thing. Yeah, I don't know if I even noticed that. Maybe missed something there. Over here in the toys, we got some of these big like rubber dinosaurs. I thought they were pretty cool. I don't think they had any resale value, but there's about 6 or 7 different ones. There's the T-Rex. A little guy next to him. I'm not seeing much else in the toy department at this Goodwill. Don't remember if I bought anything in this Goodwill either. Doesn't seem like it. So we go to the last stop of the day, and we're looking around for some items in these baskets. This Goodwill's been really, really light. I did find this ink here, which was worth picking up. But I used to come in this Goodwill. Every time I came in here, it seemed like I got 2 or 3 combo units. I guess those days are over. We're picking through this stuff, like wallets and frogs in the electronic section. So, not really what I want to see. Taking a peek at the golf clubs for any good brand stuff. And I'm not seeing anything at first glance. This little sporting goods end cap. Found a nice baseball glove. I believe it was the last time I was in this one. Not seeing anything today. Some scuba gear stuff. Not really scuba gear, just like a snorkel mask. Scuba gear stuff does sell well. I just don't really find it in Ohio. Not really a place where people is donating that stuff. So we keep moving along through the Goodwill. We get over to the toys. Here's a Star Wars toy. I thought this was new sealed, but I noticed it had been opened and just retaped. Pieces were bouncing around in there. And what was that? I think they had $10 on it. Dinosaur, could have been an Imaginext. I don't know. Still probably not worth it. But here's a sealed Sopranos game. I've sold this before. And yeah, you can make some pretty decent money. I don't remember what I sold my other version for. I don't know when it was. It could have been 2 or 3 years ago as well. Just remember it sold. And it looked like I could sell that one for $50 on Amazon. Again, I don't know if I'm going to try to sell it on Amazon or not. There's a pointing fingers game. The first time I was ever in this Goodwill, right after it opened, I bought like 50 of those pointing fingers games. They were all brand new sealed. $1.99 a piece, right before Black Friday, and ended up making some really good profit. Over here, I spot these Beanie Babies, and I'm like, oh no, let's look these up. Just for fun. It ended up being really intriguing, and I still hope I didn't leave anything special. I don't think so. I'm going to go over that here in a minute when we get to the haul. But here's a sealed Rocky VHS set. I looked this up, and it just really wasn't worth picking up, unfortunately, that I could see. So I ended up leaving it. Maybe I should have just picked it up anyway. It was cool. It is haul time, everybody. Let's go over some stuff I picked up today. I've already talked about a couple things, the Magic Kingdom and the puzzle down there. But let's just start here with these Beanie Babies. Now, I saw that Goodwill had a ton of these, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just look them up. Maybe they're selling for like 10 bucks or something, 99 cents. You could make some money because they are new, sealed. Packaging looks in good condition. So when I looked them up, I started seeing some listed for $12,000, $5,000. So I looked at the comps. You've seen some that sold for hundreds of dollars, $500, some that sold at auction with one bid. But when you look at it more closely, you start seeing that some of these bidders, there was only one bidder and the item was relisted, or the person selling it only had zero feedback. So obviously they probably have multiple accounts or having friends bid on it, trying to make it seem like these are more rare than they are. So when I first saw these, I didn't get super excited. Like, hey, there's 50 of these here. I'm going to make $1,000 on each of them. Come out of here with 50 grand. Of course, that would be great, but I did do a Google search because I didn't want to leave $50,000 on the shelf, obviously. And I saw that the rare ones apparently had a tag error that said 1993, because this was 1999 and it shouldn't say 1993. And you can pop these open. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I just punched one of them and I looked at the tag and I'm like, oh my, it says 1993. Maybe it is rare. So I kept doing research. I probably researched these for like 30 minutes, just in Goodwill, because I was really worried that, I was going to leave something. And boy, I'd never hear the end of it in the comments, if I left $50,000 worth of Beanie Babies on the shelf. So hopefully I didn't. Hopefully, maybe some people would still buy them all. I bought 4 of them because it looked like maybe I could still make some money on them. And in case I did leave, something amazing, it wasn't that bad because I got a few of them. But yeah, also the tag, you can see there, it says Oak Brook. I guess there's a version where there's a space in there. So then that one doesn't have a space. I guess that one's more rare, possibly. Either way, I don't think these are worth much. But I grabbed 4 of them. Maybe someone out there would have grabbed like all 50 of them or whatever and just sold them over time and made a few bucks on them. But yeah, I just grabbed 4. Let me know. Any Beanie Baby people out there, let me know. Would you have picked them up? Did I make a mistake? Not buying all of them. But right here, we got this Sopranos trivia game. I'll make about $35 on Amazon. Got this Disney Scene It, counted all the pieces before I bought it. It was $4.99. Sells for, around $50. The second edition Disney Scene It is worth a lot more than that. I think it sells for about $90 currently, used. Back here, we got this ink Canon. I'll make about $20 on Amazon. For some reason, I'm restricted in all ink, but Canon ink or Canon toner, whatever that is right there. So I usually just sell the Canon stuff on Amazon because I've just been doing it and I've never had any problems. Then right here, we just picked up some media at St. Francis, $5.99. If these were the 120-minute versions of these tapes, I would have made a lot more, but I'm only going to basically double my money. I'll make $6 or $7. But since I'm sending this into Amazon, I'm just going to remove those labels, pop a label on it. It's just going to be really no work. Now this media right here, there's no one selling it on Amazon, so I should be able to price this. I'll probably price it about $30. And honestly, this Sony sealed media always sells for really high on Amazon. We got this Sony remote for some sort of audio unit. This was on Amazon. This is very clean. I don't think it's ever been used. However, it has a hazmat restriction on it. Sometimes those are easy to get removed. Sometimes you cannot get them removed for whatever reason. Obviously, this is not a hazmat item. It just happens sometimes. Somebody had it on there for $50. I don't know. I don't know what I'll get for it. I'll probably price it like at $30 or something and just merchant fulfill it. Back here, we picked up some of those Stephen King books. We're going to just lot them together. I think I have enough to make a pretty decent lot now. We'll just put it on eBay. Look at this, a Sony Walkman. Now, I was at a Goodwill and a cart came out and I found some amazing stuff on it. This was one of those items. I mean, this isn't amazing. It sells for $20. And, these Sony Walkmans, as long as they work, they always move. But also this camera right here was on it. This Olympus Pen EE. Now, this was selling for about $75 to $100 on eBay. This is a very clean unit. It seems to be working. It does have a little bit of a bend here. Maybe can get that straighter with some pliers or something. Other than that, it's really clean. So I'll probably try to sell this for about $75. And then also on the cart is this heated lotion dispenser. These things are kind of a bolo. This one is brand new. And I did pop it open and it's all, wrapped in there and all that good stuff. But these sell on Amazon really well, around $100 new. I have sold I don't know if it was Conair, but it was a silver one. It may have been for shaving cream even. But I got some good money for that. It seems like $75 or something. So that was also a great pickup. There's even a sealed game on that cart. Unfortunately, at $10, it was priced and I just couldn't make any money. Let me go over this golf club before I forget. It was on the floor and it was $1.99. It's a TaylorMade Burner one. I don't know much about golf clubs, and this is probably the first golf club I bought to sell in like 4 years. They are heavily picked at thrift stores, and I probably do pass some good ones. Like I've mentioned before, I look for like Ping, TaylorMade stuff, brands that I know. I'm sure there's some other brands out there I'm not familiar with, but it's in pretty good condition. Doesn't have any chips or anything in it, but for $1.99, it looked like this one was selling for $20 plus shipping. So it's like, what? It's been a while since I bought a golf club. Let me grab this one. And then finally, we got this Lost DVD set. Now, I was walking through an aisle. It was back in the back, and they had this random cart sitting out there where they were selling knickknacks. And this was just on there. And I thought, maybe this is a game. Maybe it's the DVD set. And we got my key out. We cut it open. And sure enough, it's the DVD. Ooh. DVD collection. It's got some like pieces in there, like extra stuff. I don't know if that's complete, but the movies look good. And just the movies alone, the complete set can sell between $60, $75. And this one was selling between $80 and $100. So there's going to be some great profit on that. Obviously, Goodwill thought this was a game or something. They priced it at $5.99. But it wasn't even in the game, so I don't know what they thought it was. Either way, for $5.99, that's a steal. So I went to 7 stores, and that's what I found. Not a lot of stuff, but boy, I'm glad I stayed long enough for that new cart to come out because I got some great items off of that. But that's what thrifting is, really. It's timing and luck and all of that stuff. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button for me on the way out. Be subscribed if you want to see more content. Ring the bell if you want to be notified for that content. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. This has been Wick. Till next time.